UNCW men's basketball has won 20 games for the ninth time in school history. We'll have highlights and show you how they reach that milestone. Also coming up today, our player profile. Nick Farrar is that. We'll also have our player of the week, the player of the week. We'll look ahead to the conference standings with just 2 weeks left in the regular season. And for the Seahawks, a trip up north. We'll preview those games against Drexel and Delaware. Plus a special feature on senior Amari Kelly. All that straight ahead on this edition of the Seahawk Basketball Show featuring Takeo Siddle. It starts right now. Well, UNCW down to the final couple of weeks of the regular season. The Seahawks 20 wins back-to-back years as well. Mike Vaccaro, Takeo Siddle with us. And Coach, you're just the second coach in school history to get that back-to-back 20-win seasons. What does that mean to you? And maybe it's something that you look back at after the season, but to accomplish that back-to-back years is pretty special.
Yeah, that's kind of the magic number. You know, as you're going through the season, if you can get to 20. And you only play 31, 32 games, and that's really good. That's really good. Obviously, we want to keep going, but you know, this team has been through a lot. You know, getting 13 in a row certainly helps you get to 20 a little bit faster. But you know, we've learned a lot through the whole season, and we hope to continue to put some wins on top of them.
Let's talk about last week's games, a split. First, you go on the road to Charleston, and again, one of the top teams in the conference. Certainly, this was a back-and-forth game until they went on a little bit of a run, and that certainly changed the way this game was played after that. Yeah,
we got off to a good start, and then we really got caught up into everything around us, and we could not focus on executing on either end of the floor, and at a certain point, it just got away from us.
As we talked as well, the turnovers for you were high, but you thought more self-inflicted than it was forced by the defense at times.
It was. When you look at it, fumble passes, travels, illegal screens, you know, different things like that. We just weren't focused enough to win that game.
Yeah, certainly out of character for this team. This was the only game this year you didn't have anybody in double figures as well, and kind of speaks to how things were a little bit jumbled as far as the offense is concerned.
Yeah, they completely you know, we were hurting them in pick and roll situations at the beginning. From a coaching standpoint, we probably should have switched it up and gave them a different look. But then they started hard hedging us all the way out to half court. We couldn't get play in the scoring area. They were physical with us around the rim. We couldn't finish our layups. Nothing was really going our way, and they had a lot to do with it.
Well, let's take a look now at our Rage Jewelers highlights. Again, a tough night for the Seahawks in Charleston last Wednesday inside TD Arena.
To shoot 3 seconds, 2. This jump hook hits the iron and falls through, so both big men with back-to-back buckets, and we're tied at 2. Actually, that's Harden-Hayes down to White. White backing down Bolin. He'll step through, shot out band. It's good after it hits the iron 3 times, and we're tied at 18. Double team, ball loose, stolen by Bolin. Bolin's pass stolen back by Thomas. Thomas lobs it ahead to White, and he slams it home on the alley-oop. 28-25. Back. Taft. Phillips backs down Larson. He'll throw it out to Farrar. Turns down to 3. He'll drop and pass. Harden-Hayes' three-pointer is good. Harden Hayes with the three, makes it 50-32. Turnovers tonight, the Seahawks with 17. Victor Eno into the lineup for the Seahawks. Hodge, pull-up jumper, good. Hodge, a solid-looking freshman, 6'7", out of Greensboro, North Carolina, 83-51.
Well, a rough night for UNCW again, 93-61 the final score there. Coach, I thought you said it best after the game. You didn't want this one loss to become two losses, and that was your message to your kids after this one.
Yeah, I thought in round one against them, it got us two losses. You know, we lost to them, we lost to William & Mary, and we just couldn't get over it. But I thought, you know, after that game, my main concern was for us to move on, to get rid of that tape and move on and focus on our next opponent. That was the main thing, and you know, I thought we snapped out of it pretty quick to move on and get ready for a good Northeastern team.
Yeah, so again, a tough setback here. Nobody in double figures. It was Jamari Thomas leading the way with 9, several players with 8. The Seahawks, a tough setback on the road on Wednesday. We'll take a break here. We'll look ahead to the homecoming game from this past Saturday. The Seahawks able to bounce back against Northeastern. Those highlights come your way next.
Behind every journey is the road that got you there, and your Carolina Ford dealer is there for every mile. That's what it means to be true blue. Right now, get great offers on a wide selection of new Ford vehicles in stock and ready for delivery. Ford trucks and SUVs rank #1 in brand loyalty. We're going the extra mile so you'll be true blue too. Now get 0% financing for 36 months, plus 1,000 retail customer cash on the new 2022 Ford F-150, only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
At Hardee's, no matter what you choose, it's the right choice. Because our new 4 for $6 deal lets you make your own combo. Mix and match, then feast or snack on the food you're craving, all for just $6. Combine your favorite flavors into the perfect deal with our new 4 for $6 menu, only at Hardee's.
Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs and 95 calories.
This is Mountain Dew. A rush of crisp and refreshing flavor. Delivering a bold citrus kick. Do the Dew.
At Hardee's, no matter what you choose, it's the right choice. Because our new 4 for $6 deal lets you make your own combo. Mix and match, then feast or snack on the food you're craving, all for just $6. Combine your favorite flavors into the perfect deal with our new 4 for $6 menu, only at Hardee's.
Well, UNCW in Charleston, that was a Wednesday, Coach, so kind of an extra day of prep to get ready for Northeastern, put that game behind you as well. What was your prep like getting ready for the Huskies? Well,
we were able to kind of take it easy on Thursday, and we were able to watch a lot of film and get on the court and do a lot of walkthrough. We had really good energy, a really good vibe about us. I knew we would be ready to play on Saturday. And then Friday, we let them get up and down and move around a little bit for about an hour and 15 minutes. Got them off their feet to get some rest and get some recovery. And then Saturday, I thought we came out and we played with a lot of energy.
And Northeastern, this is a well-coached team. Bill Cohen, one of the best in the league, and a talented team, and their record probably doesn't show how good they are. So this was a dangerous opponent on Saturday.
Absolutely, it was. When you look at their games, the 3 games coming in to play us, the margin of victory was 3, 4, 5 points. You know, they had a couple games where they lost right at the very end. So their record could be flip-flop right now. And, you know, but we knew they were going to be tough. We knew they were going to be tough, and they came in, they fought us. Like you said, Bill does a great job, one of the best in the country, one of the best in our league. So we knew we had a fight on our hands, but we executed.
Yeah, certainly executed this game. The Seahawks in front of a sold-out crowd in Trask Coliseum for the homecoming game this season. Let's take a look now at our Coastline Insurance highlights from this game from Saturday night.
Had one personal, didn't want to pick up a quick two against Pridgeon.
Harden Hayes, fadeaway shot over Stuka, connects. Defended by Pridgeon. Gets into the paint, turnaround shot with the right hand is good. Shoots over Pridgeon to connect. 4 early points for Trazarian White. Out to Harvey. Back to Thomas. He's open for a 3. He'll take it and he'll make it. 16th 3 of the season for Jamari Thomas. Across the floor, Newby. Shot fake. Gets to the baseline. Pulls up. Jump shot for 10. It is good for Donovan Newby. Pulls up. Jump shot short. Rebound. Put back. Trazarian White. He's been active. Phillips hanging and banging it in. Taking the contact as well to score is Phillips. Bounce pass knocked away and stolen by Phillips. A race to the basket. He'll race everybody down here. Ahead of Stuka, lays it up and in. Knocked away, stolen by Harden Hayes. Harden Hayes defended by McClintock. In transition, shot is up, no good. Follow run from Ari Kelly. Our flying machine comes to the game, provided by Kelly on the follow down. Sideline, Harden Hayes will feed Kelly. Backing down to the paint. Oh, nice shoulder fake. Go the wrong way and wing a screen. Harvey goes right with the dribble. Steps back, he'll take a 3 from the wing, and he'll hit that as well. So the Seahawks all of a sudden looking for the long-range shot. They Montel for it, reverse layup, counted, and a foul. 40 driving in, White in traffic, count the bucket, he's fouled as well. For position with Stuka. Has it near somehow, oh, backdoor to Harden Hayes, who slams it through with 2 hands. Down low. In the paint to White, lowers his shoulder, knocks over Telford. There's going to be a blocking foul on Telford. Did it with the lob, Harden Hayes to Amari.
Well, the Seahawks, the wire-to-wire win here. They never trailed. They win at 71-59, your final score for the Seahawks. Another double-digit victory as well. And Coach, again, a lot of whistles in this game, but you guys kind of played into that, drove the basketball, got to the free throw line, and converted at a very high clip.
Yeah, we knew we wanted to come in and impose our will in the paint. We always want to play inside out, but we were able to post it. We were able to drive it. We got them in the bonus early in both halves, and we were able to take advantage of it. We just kept driving it and posting it and trying to get to the backboard, and our guys did a really good job of it.
Yeah, 28 of 36 from the free throw line in this game, and Trazarian White, a big game for him, Coach. 23 points and a quality 23, 7 of 11 shooting from the field, 9 of 12 from the free throw line, and certainly one of his better games this season.
Yeah, he was a man on a mission. You know, he was locked in. I could tell before the game even started, he was really locked in, and you know, he came out and impacted the game on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, got the toughness chain off of that victory. Also, Amari Kelly, a perfect night. Shaquem Phillips. And Shaquem Phillips, 14 points, also 4 steals. And you look at that further, 19 turnovers that Northeastern had. That was a big number.
It was huge for our team. It was huge for him. Our main focus going into the game with everybody was to just worry about their defensive energy and let that create offense for us. And, you know, I thought we did that.
Yeah, Shaquem Phillips actually 4 steals against Charleston as well. So a good defensive week for Phillips. We'll take another time out here. On the other end, it's our Pepsi player profile, Nick Farrar, the transfer from Charleston. He's our focus next. Stay with us.
People have trusted Reed's Jewelers with their life's moments since 1946. That's because we're family owned. We treat everyone who walks through our doors or visits our website as a part of our family. We have a beautiful selection of jewelry and watches for any occasion. We offer free shipping and returns, as well as multiple payment options to make sure you find the perfect gift. See why people have trusted Reed's Jewelers to celebrate their life's moments for over 75 years.
Game day at Walk-Ons is just different, and it starts with the way our teammates prep each dish from our scratch menu. No shortcuts. We are hand-cutting every single mozzarella log straight from the block, hand-peeling, stuffing, and bacon wrapping each voodoo shrimp, hand-carving ribeyes for our steaks and po' boys, and hand-slicing, then tossing our boneless wings in our house-made sauces. With wall-to-wall TVs and food like this, why would you want to watch anywhere else? That's game day, the Walk-Ons way.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chad Fortune with Wilmington Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. Excited to be on the UNCW campus today to talk to you about this week's Medical Minute. Shoulder injuries are extremely common in sports, recreational, and job-related activities. These injuries can range from chronic overuse injuries to traumatic injuries like shoulder separations, dislocations, and even rotator cuff tears. Sometimes injuries can be prevented, but sometimes with traumatic injuries they are not preventable. But we always talk about preventative strategies to try to limit their effects. One of the biggest things to consider is rotator cuff strength as well as upper back strength, in addition to good posture throughout your day. As always, if these symptoms persist, please come see us at Wilmington Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. Our goal is to support you with easily accessible world-class care for all your orthopedic and sports medicine needs.
Preparing for the big game, athletes practice countless hours year-round. Then, it's game time, and their fans get to see the results, cheering on their team to a win. At Coastline Insurance, we're working hard behind the scenes, preparing for when you need us, because we want our customers to be our biggest fans. Let Coastline Insurance shop your coverage and find out why we say, when we shop, you win. Find us online at coastlineinsurance.com.
Well, another chance to meet one of the Seahawks in our Pepsi player profile, and this week the subject is Nick Farrar. Farrar, a guy that transferred from Charleston, started at NC State, and Coach, for you, that's where your relationship started with him, and you knew the kind of guy he is, the kind of player he is, and the impact that he could have for your team.
Yeah, I've been knowing Nick for a long time. For us to get him, I knew he was going to provide some scoring down low, some scoring on the perimeter. You know, he's good in different spots in the game, because if they're playing a bigger guy at his position, he can step out and drive him. If they're playing a guy his size or smaller down low, he can take him on the block and do some different things. But, you know, he's had some good spots in this season, and hopefully he'll continue that.
And when he has good spots, it's the footwork, especially inside. For a bigger guy, he's got some good footwork around the rim.
Yeah, he's, you know, early on when he was growing up, he played guard. He played the guard position, and he continued to work on those skills, and he does have good footwork down there and on the perimeter. So it helps him when he's trying to get around some of those bigger guys.
And he's a guy offensively can be kind of instant offense off the bench for you guys as a plus.
And we need him to be that. You know, he's helped us win a lot of games coming in and giving us a spark off the bench. Like I said, hopefully he can continue to do that for us.
All right, again, our subject of a Pepsi player profile here this week, it is Nick Farrar. John Smith has more with Farrar.
Welcome back. John Smith joined here with Nick Farrar, one of the new faces here at UNCW. But for basketball fans in the area, a familiar face, a journey that started at NC State to Charleston, now UNCW. Why a Seahawk now?
Well, obviously, you know, I've known Coach Siddle, Coach Hunter, and some of the staff for a really long time. I used to come to tailgates and stuff as a kid with my AAU coach, and we kind of already had a relationship. And I did my first year at NC State, and Coach Siddle, that's when Coach Siddle had got the head coaching job. I left there with relation from another state coach, Thomas Carr, which was not there anymore. And I kind of got with Siddle, and we talked about some things, and I felt like this was the best opportunity for me here.
You know, through your journey, you've really transformed yourself and what you do. How have you changed your basketball game and how you play? When people watch you, what should they expect to see?
A competitor. I can really score the basketball as well. I like to say I score on all three levels. You're going to see some intensity, going to the offensive glass, just trying to make big plays. I think I pick and pop really well. I like to get the crowd going. I'm very excited when I'm out there, you know. So,
your experience, you know, playing in the CAA, playing against UNCW, now you flip, having Trask Coliseum on your side, how much of an advantage is it when you see all the other home courts here in this league?
Well, I think I played for a good home base last year, but it's nothing like the Seahawk Nest. it's really loaded here, and I feel like I'm gonna have a lot of support. And I love like just having that crowd and people watching me play. That's what really gets me going, and just having all those fans there, it's just going to be amazing.
What does it mean to be back in North Carolina, the state where you're from?
It means a lot. For people may not know, but one of the reasons I came back is I had a family member that got really sick and kind of messed me up mentally being in Charleston, and I wanted to be back here. So it's important that I come back, play for the Seahawks, and do big things.
Well, best of luck this season, Nick Farrar. John Smith will be right back.
Well, in addition to our player profile on Nick Farrar, we have a special feature on Amari Kelly. Coach, again, he's having a great season this year, and part of that is the focus that he has right now because he's become a dad here recently, and certainly that has been a different motivation for him right now.
I can absolutely tell that he's locked in. He's a guy that, you rewind back to last year, his maturity was in question. He's matured a lot up to this point, and I think Amir has a lot to do with that. He's focused. He's a guy that we can count on for leadership. So I'm very proud of him.
Yeah, he's having one heck of a senior campaign here for UNCW. Let's see more now and learn more about Amari Kelly.
Amari Kelly grew up in Roosevelt, New York, and moved to Georgia at age 6. Amari started his high school career at Brookwood High School in Snellville, Georgia, where he had 6.8 points, 5.7 rebounds, and 1.3 blocks per game. After his sophomore year, Amari transferred to Meadow Creek High School in Norcross, Georgia, where he dominated the court. He made history at his high school, winning Meadow Creek 27 victories, averaging 9 points, 7 rebounds, and 3.4 blocks per game. His 3.4 blocks and 7 boards per game ranked him first and third respectively in Georgia Class 7A. He earned second-team All-Gwinnett County honors by the county's high school coaches. At his freshman year in Duquesne, he managed to play through 29 straight games over the course of the season. He saw 14 games during his sophomore season, including going 3 of 4 from the field and adding 6 points at Dayton and having 5 rebound games at George Washington and St. Bonaventure. For his junior season, he came to UNCW. He has developed into one of the top big men in the Colonial Athletic Association. The Roosevelt, New York native has reached double figures in scoring 8 times, including a career-high 15 points in UNCW's 81-66 win at Elon in early January. Kelly also turned in his first career double-double for the Seahawks this season. In addition to being a top star athlete, Amari Kelly is also now a father.
Adding a son just only made that motivation way stronger, so I think that definitely played a part. But yeah, I kind of already had a slight motivation to come back and just show what I'm really capable of doing.
Amari has stated that after having his son, he has seen a surge in his maturity on the court as he plans to make basketball into a career.
On and off the court, I just kind of been taking things more serious, like it's a business. I want to make this my job one day, and now that I have a son, I want to be able to provide for him. So I think I really started looking at it as this year, regardless if I stay or leave, I'm going to treat this like a year I'm going to get paid. So I think that's kind of what also contributed to my performance as well.
Amari spoke about how seeing his son after a series of 3 games made him rethink and recalibrate his life to prepare for the future.
We finished off at Northeastern in Boston, and right after that trip, from that trip, I flew from Boston to Charlotte, and then Charlotte to Atlanta, and then drove another 2 hours to Alabama to go see him. And then once I finally got to him and I got to hold him, I think that kind of really the light bulb clicked. I really have to step it up, and I got to hold him and see him in my hands, and it was real.
Amari has also taken his son to some of his games and has noted how his son has already shown interest in basketball. Amari plans to encourage his son to play in the sport.
It's the small things, like him saying "Dada" for the first time. He loves watching the basketball games, and I just love being able to just watch him grow and see how attentive he is to certain things. He's only 1 year old and he's cheering, and he recognizes me when I'm on TV, and he'll say my name and stuff. So he'll say "Dada." So those are the moments that I strive for.
Amari has taken his son to do various things, such as photo shoots, going to the beach, and has said that his favorite thing to do is watch as his son learns new words and experiences the world. Amari explained that having his son on the court has also improved his own drive to do better in basketball in order to be a role model.
When I look over and I get to see him there, it just makes me want to go 100 times harder. I mean, he doesn't really know what's going on the court, but it just I don't want to go out there, and it makes me want to go out there and play even harder, knowing that he's sitting in the stands, and I don't want him to see his dad getting blocked or pushed on the ground or anything. So even though he might not know, but I'm still consciously thinking like that.
Yeah, I definitely felt his presence. Every time I look over there, it kind of gives you an extra boost. It kind of gives you an extra boost of energy. And yeah, I mean, I just go out there and try to play my hardest in front of him.
Behind every journey is the road that got you there, and your Carolina Ford dealer is there for every mile. That's what it means to be true blue. Right now, get great offers on a wide selection of new Ford vehicles in stock and ready for delivery. Ford trucks and SUVs ranked #1 in brand loyalty. We're going the extra mile so you'll be true blue too. Now get 0% financing for 36 months, plus 1,000 retail customer cash on a new 2022 Ford F-150, only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
At Hardee's, no matter what you choose, it's the right choice. Because our new 4 for $6 deal lets you make your own combo. Mix and match, then feast or snack on the food you're craving, all for just $6. Combine your favorite flavors into the perfect deal with our new 4 for $6 menu, only at Hardee's.
Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs and 95 calories.
This is Mountain Dew. A rush of crisp and refreshing flavor. Delivering a bold citrus kick. Do the Dew.
At Hardee's, no matter what you choose, it's the right choice. Because our new 4 for $6 deal lets you make your own combo. Mix and match, then feast or snack on the food you're craving, all for just $6. Combine your favorite flavors into the perfect deal with our new 4 for $6 menu, only at Hardee's.
Time for the Flying Machine Play of the Week. We go back to the Northeastern game, and Amari Kelly showing his athleticism with a follow dunk. It is our Flying Machine Play of the Week. Let's take a look.
Stolen by Harden Hayes. Harden Hayes defended by McClintock. In transition, shot is up, no good. Follow dunk for Amari Kelly.
Once again, our Flying Machine Play of the Week, compliments of Amari Kelly. Coach, I know you like the dunks, you like the putbacks there. Athleticism on display for Amari Kelly.
Yeah, it was a defensive possession that we took down the floor, and Malik missed the layup, and Amari Kelly did a great job having energy to run down and you know, follow it up with a big-time momentum dunk for our team, which we needed it at the time. So that was great. You know, he's been tremendous for us on both ends of the floor, rebounding the ball. You know, he's coming into his own. He's one of the better post players in this league. When he plays with that type of energy, it only helps our group.
And along with that dunk, he has some really nice post moves as well in the paint. So Amari Kelly, again, providing us our Flying Machine Play of the Week. Carolina Ford Dealers Player of the Week, it is Trezarian White, coming off that really good game with 23 points against Northeastern on Saturday. For the week, averaged 15.5 points, shot 50% from the field. Coach, he's been in double figures 18 times this season, but that only tells part of the story because, again, when he's good, when he's active, he's on the glass, he's getting steals, he's doing a lot of good things for this team.
Yeah, when he plays like that, Mike, it makes us a completely different team. You know, he was really locked in on defense. It led to some really good offense for him. On offense, he got to his spots. He was physical. You know, he played a physically imposing game. And we need him to finish off strong like he did the other night in order for us to be successful. It only makes us better.
Yeah, leading scorer on the season for UNCW. You feel like he's a candidate certainly for all conference.
Yeah, you know, he'll have a chance. And I think he has some rough spots. you know, in the middle of the conference season. But if he continues to play like he played the other night, he'll have a chance.
So again, it is Trazarian White, this week's Carolina Ford Dealers Player of the Week. We'll take our final break. When we get back, we'll take a look at those standings and the trip ahead up north for UNCW against Drexel and Delaware. Stay with us.
People have trusted Reed's Jewelers with their life's moments since 1946. That's because we're family owned. We treat everyone who walks through our doors or visits our website as a part of our family. We have a beautiful selection of jewelry and watches for any occasion. We offer free shipping and returns, as well as multiple payment options to make sure you find the perfect gift. See why people have trusted Reed's Jewelers to celebrate their life's moments for over 75 years.
Game day at Walk-Ons is just different. And it starts with the way our teammates prep each dish from our scratch menu. No shortcuts. We are hand cutting every single mozzarella log straight from the block. Hand peeling, stuffing, and bacon wrapping each voodoo shrimp. Hand carving ribeyes for our steaks and po' boys. And hand slicing, then tossing our boneless wings and our house-made sauces. With wall-to-wall TVs and food like this, why would you want to watch anywhere else? That's game day, the Walk-Ons way.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chad Fortune with Wilmington Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. Excited to be on the UNCW campus today to talk to you about this week's Medical Minute. Shoulder injuries are extremely common in sports, recreational, and job-related activities. These injuries can range from chronic overuse injuries to traumatic injuries like shoulder separations, dislocations, and even rotator cuff tears. Sometimes injuries can be prevented, but sometimes with traumatic injuries they are not preventable. But we always talk about preventative strategies to try to limit their effects. One of the biggest things to consider is rotator cuff strength as well as upper back strength, in addition to good posture throughout your day. As always, if these symptoms persist, please come see us at Wilmington Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. Our goal is to support you with easily accessible world-class care for all your orthopedic and sports medicine needs.
Preparing for the big game, athletes practice countless hours year-round. Then, it's game time, and their fans get to see the results, cheering on their team to a win. At Coastline Insurance, we're working hard behind the scenes, preparing for when you need us, because we want our customers to be our biggest fans. Let Coastline Insurance shop your coverage and find out why we say, when we shop, you win. Find us online at coastlineinsurance.com.
Well, heading into the final 2 weeks of the regular season, we take a look at our Hardy CA standings. UNCW alone in third place right now in the conference standings. And Coach, again, a chance to take care of your own business and solidify a spot in that top four heading into the tournament in D.C.
That's all you can do. You know, we talk about that all year, is making sure we take care of ourselves. And then, you know, let everybody else duke it out. And as long as we continue to get better and when we play a game, take care of it. You know, everything else will work out the way it's supposed to.
So UNCW again in third place, fourth place Towson. Right behind them is Drexel, and that's the next opponent for UNCW as we take a look at our walk-ons, what's coming up for the Seahawks. Thursday night in Philadelphia, the Drexel Dragons. Coach, this has been a team that's a little difficult to figure out because they're getting some big wins, but then there's some setbacks they've had. But still, you know, with Amari Williams, their big guy, this is going to be another tough test on the road.
Well, when you look at them on film, they're well coached. You know, Zach does a really good job. You know, they're coming off a couple years ago being in the NCAA tournament. They have one of the better players in the league in Amari Williams. He's a difference maker on both ends. We don't have anybody like him in our league. And they have really good guard play. They're tough. They defend you. Offensively, they run their stuff. They know what they're trying to get out of their sets. So it's going to be a tough contest for us, but it's one that is gettable for us.
Yeah, UNCW at the DAC has been pretty good. They'll try to get another one in Philadelphia. That game again Thursday night, 7 o'clock. We'll have it for you at 6:45 on the Breeze. And then the Seahawks, a rematch with Delaware, the game from the championship a year ago in D.C. That game on Saturday at 4 o'clock. Again on the Breeze. We'll have that starting at 3:45. So Drexel, Delaware, the next one's on the docket. Coach, it's the final road swing in conference play in the regular season. It's crazy how fast things go.
It is. You know, it seems like yesterday we were just talking about our first game, and now we're at the very end. But I'm glad it's our last road swing, and we're able to come home and finish up with 2 home games in front of our home crowd. So I'm excited about that.
Well, best of luck this week. We'll have highlights next week.
Thank you, Mike.
And again, our thanks to Richard Bandy, who wrote that feature on Amari Kelly, and the voiceover by Riley Nance as well. Good job. A couple of students here. Again, that great feature on Amari Kelly. For all of us here, we'll see you next week. Another edition of the Seahawk Basketball Show featuring Takeo Siddle.